We have got just 2 laps and 2 corners remaining of this epic Algarve Grand Prix battle, with the world title at stake and on the line. Pedro Acosta in position A, prime position. If he wins this Grand Prix, he's our world champion this year.
Well, let's just see what the speed difference is here. Good drive out of 13 and 14 from Dennis Foggia. Can he close this gap? Onto the start-finish straight we go from the helicopter. You can see him inching closer and closer and closer, the number 7 on that Leopard rocket. Here he comes. He's back through, but he's got to go to the outside line. That might not work.
But he just gobbled up the meters there, didn't he, on Pedro Acosta? Acosta with no slipstream. He was punching a big hole in the air there for Foggia. We know that the Leopard Hondas are one of the fastest motorcycles in this Moto3 class, and now Foggia has got right back on the rear tyre of his main championship rival.
Wow, breathless stuff here. Slightly wide from Pedro Acosta. Here comes Dennis Foggia.
That would have cost him a bit of drive there, a bit of momentum. It's Foggia not going to be close enough, though, to attack on the brakes down the hill into turn 5. Garcia made that move on the previous lap into 5. Couldn't make it work this time around, though, on Foggia.
I'm just going to struggle to pass Pedro Acosta into these tight corners because Acosta's so deep, he's so good. He's got to do it on the start-finish straight.
Look at the tension. The team view boxes there on the left-hand side of your picture. The tension being ramped up here big time in Red Bull KTM IO and in Leopard Honda. Both of them know what it takes to win a Moto3.
Oh, beautiful!
Lovely.
What a move, but it's coming back from Acosta. I don't think Acosta saw that one coming. Dennis Foggia brilliantly goes back into the lead.
Lovely move up the inside into turn number 11. This is brilliant here by Dennis Foggia. He is riding his heart out, trying his absolute best, as you knew he would do, to try and keep this Moto3 World Championship battle alive for one more week. We are getting set up for a grandstand finish, a battle royale again between the Rocket and the Rookie, and this time everything up for grabs.
Now, Garcia and Binder are not out of this. As we come around turn 15, we begin the final lap. Is there a champion crowned here? Dennis Foggia will lead over the line on the final lap here in Portugal. Here comes Sergio Garcia, number 11, to try and make a move on Pedro Acosta.
Acosta not close enough to attack Foggia on the brakes down the hill. Here comes Garcia, the poleman, up the inside of Pedro Acosta, up in a second, although is it only briefly? Yes, it is. Acosta fights straight back.
He's going to have a look into turn 3. He's got to, and he does. He goes through with the...
Oh,
Foggia's gone!
Binder has clattered into Dennis Foggia, and that's it. Game over for the World Championship. What was Binder thinking?
I cannot believe what we've just seen. Heartbreak for Foggia, and if Acosta stays on board, he is the world champion.
Foggia taken out in the cruelest of circumstances, and that is it. The World Championship is over for Leopard Honda, and Dennis Foggia, in contentious circumstances, cleaned out and clattered by Binder, I think it was.
Oh, you cannot believe what you're seeing. Sergio Garcia goes down and out as well. Let's just pick the bones out of this one then. Pedro Acosta goes through on Dennis Foggia. He then has to sit the bike up a little bit. Yeah, and unfortunately, Binder's going for a move on Garcia. Can't stop the bike, and that's it. It's done.
I feel so sorry for Dennis Foggia to have your world title hope snatched away in those circumstances. It was all set up for a grandstand finish, an epic finale, but congratulations to Red Bull KTM and to Pedro Acosta, because he's got 2 corners to go now here. Surely he is going to wrap up this World Championship. Cruel in the extreme, heartache for Foggia.
Well, we're here on the last lap, and he's done it. He has been outstanding this year, the rookie, since he turned up in Qatar at the start of the year, and the checkered flag is out. He's not just world champion, but he wins here as well in Portugal, ahead of Andrea Migno and Nico Antonelli. It's a shame the championship has ended this way, but the move at turn 3 has done it. Acosta is your world champion.
Huge congratulations then to this young man, Pedro Acosta, the 17-year-old Spaniard, the first lightweight world champion as a rookie since Loris Capirossi back in 1990. A late drama, pure theatre here to decide the Moto3 World Championship. He won here 7 months ago to kickstart this championship charge. And it is the rookie and not the Rocket that has won the Moto3 World Championship so far this year.
Sadly, we were robbed of the grandstand finish because you just know that Foggia was going to have a look again, and it could have gone all the way down the line, and poor Dennis Foggia is crying his heart out.
I feel so sorry for Dennis Foggia. He rode his heart out, and now he's crying his heart out, as Steve mentioned. Podiums in his last 6 races. It was a remarkable recovery to even have a chance of fighting for the title at this stage against Pedro Acosta. He was 76 points he's gained in the last 6 races, but it's over in the cruelest of circumstances, wiped out by Darren Binder, who also collected poor old Sergio Garcia from pole position, the luckless pole man as well. This will be tough to take for Dennis Foggia, because this was nothing to do with him whatsoever.
He did leave the door open, and that was a block pass, and unfortunately just further behind. Oh, that is such a cruel way for your championship to go. Such a cruel way. This is Darren Binder going through. Oh, blimey. Let's hear from Pit Byra. I'm sure he's absolutely delighted. His rookie sensation is the world champion.
Pit, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really good, because the championship is always something very incredible. Emotions are on the table, and the riders, the pressure during the race, but this little man did now a fantastic race. Shaking a bit in the last races, but today he proved he's a champion.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, MotoGP and Red Bull KTM have got a new star, that's for sure, and his name is Pedro Acosta. It's been an incredible season. It started off, of course, in record-breaking fashion. Second in Qatar, his first win from the pit lane in Doha. Then he won here in Portugal, won again at the Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez. He was the first rider in history to podium in his first 4 Grand Prix. And now there'll be scenes of jubilation. As we mentioned there, you can see the first rookie lightweight world-class champion since Loris Capirossi in 1990.
And he's putting on an orange bib, which traditionally in motorcycle racing notifies that you are a rookie. The orange, of course, for KTM as well. He is the world champion. Simon, I'm sure you've watched every angle so far. There might be a few more you want to look at of what happened over at turn 3. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, guys, I've got to start off by saying that is one of the most enjoyable races I've seen all season. There's been more overtakes, say, in some races, but that was class. Watching all of the riders ride so well, like, that was absolutely magic. I've got to say, watching really closely, it wasn't a good example, the win I gave it about Binder's bike in that group. Watching really closely, he was on the donkey of the group, the slowest bike, and I've got to say, he worked so hard, and I'm looking at this objectively, right up until where he made that huge mistake. He rode amazing even to stay in the fight, because he got knocked back by Jaume Masia. You know, when Jaume crashed, he lost a bunch of places, was in about 6th or 7th with 2.5 laps to go, put himself back in where he could see getting on the podium, made that pass, and if you look at it, Foggia had just been overtaken, so he slowed more in the corner than usual to pull it back and get the exit. Riders Darren is carrying more speed than usual. You know, it has to run wide, but he can't. And I've got to say, yes, it was Darren's fault, yes, but it wasn't pure, what do you call it, stupid riding. It was one of those circumstances. Anyway, what a beautiful race.
A fantastic race. Thanks for your thoughts there, Simon. I'm sure Race Direction are picking the bones out of that at the moment. You just saw there the gold helmet go on. That was fished out from the fishing rod that was given to the shark. Celebrations down here in Parc Ferme for the 2 VR46 Academy riders as well. Congratulations to the veteran Italians of this class, Migno and Antonelli, both on the podium in 3rd and 4th.
What a year, what a revelation this young man has been. Pedro Acosta is our new Moto3 world champion. 2 world titles decided then in 2021. Will we see all of them wrapped up this afternoon? Of course, the battle between Raul Fernandez and Remy Gardner coming up later on to complete today's race programme. But that man, right from the start of his world championship career back in Qatar, started ripping up the record books, rewriting the history books, and his name will be in the books as our 2021 Moto3 world champion. The crowd that have come here through the gates for the first time in our 3rd visit to Portimao, well, boy, were they treated to some incredible drama. Utter joy and jubilation for one man, Pedro Acosta. You have to feel so much sorrow and sympathy for Dennis Foggia. Nothing that he could do about that. Taken out on the very last lap at turn number 3, didn't even get the chance to fight and take this world title down to a nail-biting decider in Valencia in 7 days' time. Pedro Acosta, though, will go home to the Ricardo Tormo circuit next weekend as the new world champion.